Gavin, visit Scunthorpe this afternoon, 1-1 draw. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, really hard fought. I think it was always either going to be a referee's decision or a lapse in concentration from either side that was going to win the game. Cancelled each other out somewhat. I think we maybe got on top over the course of the first half, opening up, moving them around with our patterns. And I think maybe second half they started really fast. Second half, but we grew into it. And obviously when the sending off came along, it just the whole momentum of the game flowed our way. So it gave us the impetus to be on the front foot. Really pleased with the lads in terms of them trusting what it is that we want, and then equally a couple of messages that came from the side to go a little bit more back to front, and we got our rewards in the end, which I felt was certainly has made it probably a fair result. We would have liked to have got the 3 points today, could have taken a couple of our chances, but yeah, on the whole probably a fair result.
And I just reflect on character and resilience, and in the end a deserved point.
Yeah, I always say I'm honest with my players. When each and every one of them I met individually to sign them, and I've got to be honest. So yeah, there's two hats on really. There's the attitude, the application, the endeavour. The never say die attitude is really commendable, but we needed to replicate the quality that we had in the first half, in the second half. It's not okay to look really good in terms of your patterns and then keep falling at the final hurdle, especially with the quality of play that we've got. We're really happy with our recruitment. We're really happy and believe in the players. So what we don't want to do is go backwards and tell them that it's okay today. Yes, there's massive parts of the game where I was really happy with them. Like I say, their attitude, their endeavour, hard work, desire, doing a job and a half all over the pitch. But ultimately we have more quality in our team, so I felt at really key times they need to just concentrate and focus a little bit more with the ball. And I think we could have hurt them even more than we did. Like I say, we had a really big spell in the first half. Big chunk of the first half was us and really hurting them and moving them around without even really hurting the goalkeeper, which was a big thing today. And then, irony is that we asked them to go a little bit back to front towards the end, and that's what gets us the goal. So, like I say, I think it'd have been a travesty for us to lose the game. We wanted to win it, but a point is a point.
It was certainly a hard-fought game, but barely a bad challenge really, and yet a lot of yellow cards in the red.
Yeah, it's hard with referees, isn't it? Again, we want them to understand the game, we want them to understand the players, we want them to understand momentum. It becomes very frustrating as managers, I think, to say that there was, what did you say, 10, 11 yellow cards in the game and a sending off, doesn't reflect the nature of the game. It doesn't reflect the nature of the game. We're very aggrieved at the penalty. Having looked at it back, I think if you call that a penalty, probably either team could have had 3 penalties in each box. I mean, we certainly could have had 2 in the second half if that's what constitutes a penalty. But yeah, we're really disappointed with some of the results. We're really some of the decisions. From the referee, but I'm sure that Scunthorpe will say exactly the same. To be honest, I think both teams will be aggrieved, but yeah, it's inconsistent, I would say.
But the goal right at the end sends you into Wednesday's game in Carlisle with the visitors here in good spirits.
Yeah, real togetherness within the group, loads of ability, and again we sensed that something was going to come. We'd hardly tested the goalkeeper all game, which is very unlike us. I've probably been the other way. We've had a lot of chances and not been so ruthless in front of goal. So to not actually have many chances today was one credit to Scunthorpe, because obviously that means that they've defended well. But two, we know that crosses in the box and shots need to come a little bit more frequently. But yeah, like I say, the irony is we load it up a little bit more towards the end, stick Zach Lilly up top, and he gets a brilliant header for Danny Waldron to do what he does best. One thing Danny will do is score goals. So it was no surprise.
Well deserved, hard earned point. Well done.
Thanks, mate.